warrant for carrying firearms, and we have just confirmed that authorities say they are in fact armed.
Armed. Okay,
yeah.
what's
So
up, everybody?
again,
Welcome.
Over all lanes of traffic, it looks like, or try and squeak through. Yep, there we go. And then you see this white Mini at the top of the screen. Vehicles don't know what's going on, so they're getting on the freeway and off the freeway. People are just driving down the road right now and not aware that this is happening, and they're coming at speed. And so you have a car veering across all lanes of traffic like we're seeing him do again here. Going to go back to the HOV lane to get around these vehicles. You have vehicles already in transit that are unaware this is happening and could pose a really big risk.
Absolutely, and we've seen it happen before, accidents on freeways and side streets with these, suspects just not paying attention. They're just focused on getting away, making the roads very unsafe for other commuters and even pedestrians. We've seen close calls with pedestrians on the roadways as well. Again, a live developing situation. And we want to be careful about
2 people, passenger?
Sharing too much information because we have very little information, but we do know that this driver is wanted for being armed and for a felony warrant for carrying firearms.
Yeah, now at Azusa Avenue on the 10 westbound, approaching the 57 interchange at some point soon. We're just trying to gauge exactly where this driver is as they head west. This was at one point out on the 15 freeway. That's where we heard notes that they were traveling 100 miles an hour, and that has not stopped. 107, 108
miles an
hour right now, crossing over into the HOV lanes and making these maneuvers at exceedingly high speeds, 106, 105 miles per hour in the HOV lane, and you catch someone at the wrong moment, and when you make those fast
one
maneuvers,
slip up, one mistake,
we could be looking at catastrophe here, veering across several lanes again. And you can see the struggle just at this speed, to get across those lanes. They have to kind of regain their composure and start driving straight again. Now onto the number 4 lane, and again, onto the paint. It is not easy to pull these maneuvers off, and this person is not doing it very well, not surprisingly, driving at these speeds.
The CHP tailing this suspect, and we do know that they've already tried 2 times to deploy spike strips. Those efforts failed, and spike strips, he has exited the freeway there. Did you catch which exit that was? Is that Garvey?
Garvey Avenue and
okay,
Sunset
so he made
Avenue.
a right on Garvey, and now is he turning on Sunset? We're not quite sure, but now he's going into a residential
going to Mama's house
area, which could pose other risks.
You can see the Jersey wall right there. It looks like the exit ramp. And we see some CHP vehicles exiting right on the other side of that Jersey wall. So here we go. This is Garvey Avenue near Walnut Haven Drive. And again, I don't know if we can get the speed up on this, but
in East San Gabriel Valley,
way too fast for a road like this. 60 miles an hour down this side road with houses and potentially pedestrians right there on that roadway. So Garvey Avenue. And now curving around, Garvey Avenue does curve around right there in the East San Gabriel Valley, and we're going to come upon, is this Lockhart? And another, are they going to try?
Vincent Avenue?
Yeah, Vincent Avenue. The way this has gone, you would think they're going to look for another entrance back onto a freeway, perhaps heading back out west. If there's one thing we have learned.
That's what he's,
Yeah, you're right, getting right back on. I believe this is once again westbound. I think we're once again westbound on the 10 freeway. We see a lot of people drive in the same areas. They'll loop around into areas that they know, they're familiar with. And I was wondering whether they're going to head back east again, but we are once again, and this is going eastbound? No, we're going west, right?
We're trying to get confirmation. Yes,
yeah, this is westbound. Okay,
it is westbound.
We are going to have to dip out just for a couple seconds as we come up to our 3 o'clock newscast. We will continue to stream here. We will also be live on air.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. Hope you're doing good. I've been so freaking busy, man. But thankfully we got a chase. We got a little chase, some kind of something happening, popping off. And they're saying that this is an armed suspect driving this SUV. They've gone on and off the highway multiple times. And I believe it's like a felony warrant, several felony warrants. Let me see here. They're doing their commercial thing. I got to hit the emergency button. Oh, here we go. We're good. Let me pull up extra feeds in case.
Here at 3 o'clock, I'm Giovanna Lotta along with Jory Rand, and we're following this pursuit. We've been following it for a few minutes now, and this is happening in the East San Gabriel Valley. These are live pictures from Air 7.
Fox
you
is
see
live
that
too.
Blue vehicle there. The driver in that car is wanted for a felony warrant, and authorities tell us they do believe that he And perhaps the other person
Felony
in the
warrant.
car, we do know that 2 people are in that vehicle, may be armed.
Driving on the wrong side of the road there. This is on West Covina Parkway, just passing Service Avenue. So we are now south of the freeway. This person has been driving 100 miles an hour plus all the way from the 15 freeway to West Covina and now plowing through intersections at 65 miles an hour as other drivers are forced to duck out of the way. Going to lose sight here under this
Large tree.
Yeah, the tree coverage. And we're going to come up here on California Avenue.
Sizzler.
Trying to
They
make
still
a
got
decision and
Sizzlers?
going to go right through that
Oh, shit. Sorry,
intersection. You
guys.
can see the shadow there
Photoshop.
of, I believe it's the LA County Sheriffs who are following this from above. The airship that is, I believe that's, it's either CHP on the ground for sure.
CHP was following them on the freeway. We are assuming that they continue to follow them on the roadway here.
So now making a right onto Vincent Avenue. So we're traveling on Vincent Avenue, going to
South
hit
Vincent.
Glendora, and we'll see what they do here, going right through this intersection.
And this started, we picked it up when the driver was on the 15 freeway. From the 15, it made its way onto the eastbound 210. It was on the 210 for a while. Then it jumped onto the westbound 10 freeway. It has exited the freeway a couple of times and into residential areas, as it's doing now.
U-turn?
This is
Sharp
the second
turn, sharp turn,
U-turn of the day. And you see those patrol vehicles, the units are following closely behind.
Yeah, another U-turn on Glendora Avenue, now coming back the other direction. I believe this was now traveling southbound on Glendora. I'm just gonna have to get my bearings and pulling off here whether this is Vincent Avenue. So getting back onto, I believe,
That an electric
Vincent
car? I
just
hope not.
came off that. Let's see if our map can update it. Glendora Avenue and Valinda, and a busy intersection, going to make a right turn onto. And bailing out. There goes the
shit!
passenger.
Who was
just bailed
that?
out.
Damn it,
Doesn't look like they were
baby.
looking to get away, just kind of
Where'd she
sat
go?
down, and the driver continues on.
What
So
the-
a foot bail of a
Tossed her
passenger. We
ass.
don't know if there's anybody in the back seat, but
What
that
the hell
just
was that?
happened. And when the driver, this pursuit is not over, continuing on at excessive speeds, as that passenger just got out of the ground, seemed to stumble a little bit on the ground, and we couldn't have a direct view because of the tree,
tossed
but
their
may
ass
have
up.
just given up. If they hadn't given up, it didn't look like they were getting far.
No, they weren't. There were units right.
I think they were supposed to slow down. They didn't slow down. Just popped the door open. All right, slow down for me. He just took off.
We you know, it's safe to assume one of those units stopped
Oh shit.
to apprehend that
Yes.
passenger. And again, we believe that the suspect
Bad
in
knees.
this blue vehicle is armed, and he is wanted for a felony warrant for carrying firearms.
Yeah, finally got it. Southbound on Valinda here, just past Vine, now coming up on Merced. That's another major avenue. The next one will be Francisquito Avenue. So continuing south through the turn lane here, and this driver has gone on the wrong side of the road. We're now approaching Florence Avenue. Next one will be Francisquito, a major intersection. That should be coming up right about here. This is Francisquito and going to make a right turn onto Francisquito. So now going westbound on Francisquito. This is just a simple neighborhood, people going about their lives, and now this is being interrupted by this pursuit, which continues on now in the Eastern San Gabriel Valley. Westbound on Francisquito Avenue, next intersection will be Walnut. So there should be a light coming up right about here. And anytime, Giovanna, we talk about an intersection, that is where some real danger comes into play. If someone's willing to blow through a red light, there could be pedestrians, there could be vehicles, and now making a left turn.
Blowing
onto Walnut.
through a stop sign there. Driving at dangerously high speeds. You said 107, 108. At times he's gone down to the 80s, but driving very, very, very fast. We do have some video of the pursuit earlier in the day
Wrong
when
side of the road.
he was there. There goes crossing against traffic. A little bit of a close call there. But here on the right, you see he exited the freeway and made an immediate U-turn. You see the units following him, and he jumped right back onto the freeway.
Southbound on Walnut across Maple Grove, again, several times into oncoming traffic to get around vehicles. This person wants to get away. They are pulling off some dangerous maneuvers. And here it looks like the roads are a little bit smaller. Intersections are not as major as they were in other parts. It's going to be a while before they, I think, come to another traffic light as they go southbound now. It says on Echelon. I'm not sure. Yep, it has now turned from Walnut into Echelon Avenue. So southbound on Echelon, passing Blackwood.
And Jory, it looks like we're getting new information that the CHP and whatever other agency is following along at this point are going to call off the ground troops.
Calling off the ground troops,
this,
okay.
Suspect is driving so very fast and dangerously, and they will have the police helicopter follow.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. It's going to dead end here, I believe.
Just cut him off. I'd be pissed to get cut off like that.
So right
I'll start chasing him.
It's actually to the left, it's Glen Hope. To the right, it's Lukelton Street. So
I'll start chasing the chasee.
Street, and that's understandable.
Mr. Tire.
Someone who's driving like this, there are so many different ways someone can get catastrophically hurt. If you're talking about a major accident, if you're talking about a pedestrian, if you're talking about just someone in their front yard, should things go wrong. So this is a dead end. We'll see what this person does whether they try and go through. Nope.
What you doing, man?
Make another U-turn. This would have been a good opportunity. It's unfortunate that they have called this off like they did, because this would have been a perfect opportunity.
They would have caught him right there. Yeah, they would have caught him.
What did they decide to do?
Too late, man.
Back right onto.
Too late.
Oh, close call with
They
the
got to talk. You have your chance, man.
So now a left onto, I believe that should be Glen Hope.
Was that a sheriff's helicopter?
Yeah, back onto Echelon. So is that going northbound, passing Amar? Yep, okay, Echelon and Amar. So going northbound, we're going to make a left onto Amar.
Okay.
That would be westbound.
Windows down, okay.
Now on Amar Road. So just passing
Was he put his hand out or something? What's that? What is
vehicles, and was that something out the window, or are we looking in? That's inside the car.
No, we're looking in.
Something caught the sunlight, and it looked like it was being held out outside of the window. But this now going on Amar Road, weaving again in and out of traffic, just so dangerous.
Sure is. Again, police helicopter now following this vehicle from the air. We believe that some of the ground troops were being pulled off. But again, this driver speeding across, residential areas and the highways. We've seen him go as fast as 108 miles an hour, maybe even more, for some time now, and wanted for a felony warrant.
Yeah, I believe this is Hacienda Boulevard, making a left and southbound onto Hacienda. So if we're looking to get to another freeway, he is now right in the middle of the valley, the West Puente, La Puente, heading southbound in the city of La Puente. We'd have to travel quite a distance down Hacienda Boulevard to get to a freeway. Perhaps that's what they're doing, into the city of industry. We just don't know. And who knows if this driver even knows what they're doing at this point. Just kind of driving around, doing whatever they can to get away, or if there is some kind of plan here. Again, just about 5 minutes ago, a passenger in the front seat got out, bailed from the car. We believe they were taken into custody, though we are working to confirm that. And then again, running into some traffic here at a traffic light at Temple Avenue. So now a right onto Temple from Hacienda. So that's going towards the neighborhood of Bassett, Avocado Heights. Westbound kind of travels northwest on Temple Avenue. And again, we don't know what this person is doing, where they're going, if they have a plan, or whether they're just making random turns. But everywhere they go, they are putting people at risk because of the way they are driving, crossing over there into a turn lane. We'll see if they turn or are just going to blow this intersection. Another close call, making a left turn here onto Unruh Avenue off of Temple. So now going southbound on Unruh.
Yeah, and we're getting clear, better information on the strategy.
He's charging the phone. He's charging his phone. Okay.
The ground.
That's important. Charge the phone.
Are behind, likely because of the speed. So they're not pulling them off completely. The helicopter is following from the air, but ground units are still in pursuit, but from a.
Is it better to be in a police chase with an electric car, if you had an electric car, or a gas car? What would be your preference if cops were after you? Because I had my first experience, my second experience in an electric car loaner. It was horrible. The Bolt, horrible. Horrible, man. The battery life sucks. Some guy was telling me like, oh, well, because you're blasting the AC. It's 100 degrees outside. So now I have to ration the AC that I use in the car because it's electric? Hell nah, bro.
About someone going 100 miles an hour on a freeway for upwards of a half hour, 45 minutes, Bruce. Can we talk about some of the complications, especially when they pull off maneuvers as quickly as they were veering in and out of lanes?
Yeah, anytime you have someone going at that excess speed over 100 miles an hour.
You know, these people, I got my car back today. You know, these people have the nerve to tell me after I dropped off the Bolt, like, oh, yeah, is this the car with the recall? I was like, what? Yeah, there's a recall in the car.
Way quick enough.
Yeah, now backing up from this intersection.
Poppy, what are you doing? Are you high?
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
Oh.
They're trapped in this little lane here with a vehicle at a stoplight.
This is La Puente now.
Oh.
In La Puente, going to go through this intersection across the railroad tracks and make a right onto
Fuckers told me it was a recall.
California, onto Valley Boulevard. So we're now going,
thanks, I guess.
I believe,
What?
northbound on Valley. Yeah, passing 8th Street.
And Bruce, we understand that they've tried twice to deploy spike strips. Those efforts didn't work for them. What do you think that they can still try to deploy a spike strip? What conditions are the best for that sort of maneuver?
You know, to deploy a spike strip, it does take some tactical coordination, meaning the suspect is driving around in the same area. There's some rhyme or reason to what they're doing so that the officers can then get ahead of the suspect vehicle and then deploy it. But it's a hit and miss tool.
Yeah, now turned onto 7th Avenue, passing Proctor Avenue.
And what do you make, Bruce, of the fact that the passenger bailed out and there were some units very nearby? Is it safe to say that they stopped to talk to that passenger? And could that be one of the reasons why the ground units were told to stay a safe distance away?
Yeah, there could be a couple reasons. That could be one. The second thing, too, is they're going to scoop up that passenger and gain information about the driver, what they're doing, who they are, so that maybe they can apprehend them later on. But the biggest thing is,
look at that passenger,
you have a wanted felony suspect. And so they're not going to give this pursuit up, especially if they're armed and considered dangerous, like we've been told.
Yeah, now on Don Julian Avenue in Eastern San Gabriel Valley. I believe.
For all we know, that passenger maybe didn't even tell. Well, the door closed immediately, though. So the guy must have been expecting. He slowed down, and the person lost their footing and took a fall, kind of a hard fall, somewhat of a hard fall.
Warehouses or stores. But the speeds look like they have come back down a little bit into control, although they continue to drive on the wrong side of the road, like it looks like they're looking to do right here. Coming up on this vehicle at 5th Avenue and crossing right over. But again, there's with a vehicle in front and an itchy driver, you don't know how they're going to handle the situation. You have cars
JC,
coming
thank you for the memberships.
in the other direction, whether this guy's going to drive on the wrong side of the road. It looks like they are trying to do that. You know, they're kind of peeking around this vehicle to see when they can get around them. Even, we believe, with no pursuing CHP or law enforcement officers, there they go. Wrong side of the road in a school zone and just racking up the crimes as they go back onto the right side of the road down Don Julian Road here.
George, did we ascertain what kind of vehicle this was?
It's a Nissan. I thought Juke at first, but I'm not sure if it is a Juke. It's a Kicks. It's a Nissan Kicks.
Kicks? What the hell is that?
I don't think it's a ton of power.
It's lighter in weight than other vehicles.
We're going to have to look that up.
If they have the opportunity and can get upon this vehicle, a pit maneuver might be a good idea.
Yeah. So passing Workman Mill. Here goes a spike strip.
There's a spike strip right there.
Did she get it? Or she messed up?
Other
yeah,
side
they
of the
sure
road.
did.
That was too
So
slow.
left onto Workman Mill Road, I believe. Now going southbound on Workman Mill Road. Again, if they continue to go south, they should be able to get back on the 60 freeway, which, while not ideal in any situation like this, keeps at least the prospect of pedestrians getting struck out of it.
And Bruce, what would you tell people who might find themselves on the road in the middle of a pursuit like this? It's hard to tell that it's even happening until you might hear the lights and sirens, or you might see, the units fly past you after another vehicle. What is your best advice for people on the road?
Well, obviously, get out of the way. Stand your ground, meaning let the problem go by you, either left or right. But don't, if you see it coming, don't try to cut it off. Don't do quick lane changes. Just stand your ground. Let the problem go by you.
So in a moment, going down Workman Mill Road, this is...
They're saying the Nissan Kicks is a small, budget-friendly crossover.
Over a waterway, could be the LA River. I'm not sure that far south whether that would be. So the bridge...
Made from recycled parts.
Go under the 60 freeway right about here. And if they take this around, there are some ways to get on the freeway. It's just going to take some maneuvering.
That's just running better than my car.
There, and there is the 60 freeway. So we're going to go beneath the 60 freeway. Again, there are some hospital facilities here. There's a a branch of the LA Regional Food Bank that they're going to wind up passing if they continue down here. And that moment right there,
whoa,
on the
Mamma
shoulder
Mia.
beneath the freeway, we have seen several instances, Bruce, of
calls.
cars driving beneath the freeway, having another vehicle or someone waiting for them. So they go under the underpass, they don't emerge, another vehicle emerges, but no one knows to follow that car. And we've seen that play out several times within the last year. Whether that could come into play here is another story.
Yeah, it seems like the suspects have gotten a little more savvy to it and are maybe conversing with friendlies to say, hey, meet me at so-and-so, and I'll pull up and then we'll switch vehicles or I'll get in your vehicle. So, yeah, to your point, we have seen that.
So now on Pellissier Place, this is now paralleling the 60 freeway, which you see on the right on the bottom of your screen. Very close to a freeway, but you can't get access here without a couple more turns. If they come up on Peck Road, they could make a right onto Peck, or there might be an entrance shortly. Let's see if this is it. Is this the entrance back onto the freeway?
Does look like it. Yes, it
Back
is.
on the freeway.
Okay, so now we are going northbound on the 605, back onto a freeway. We can take the risk of a pedestrian being struck out of the equation here, back onto a freeway, but then you...
And from what I'm reading, this car, Nissan Kicks, is not made to be running at 100 miles per hour for too long. It's like this budget friendly. There's two different generations. There's a 2018 and 2024, and then the second generation is 2025 and present. I'm not sure what year they got on this car, and it's like a very lightweight car, apparently.
Including the suspect. And people say, why do we care about that? Well, we care about everybody.
Yeah, so we're just getting some numbers on this kind of vehicle. It gets 28 miles per gallon. It's got a 12-gallon tank. I'm sure that the mileage is much
small,
worse
too.
when you're traveling at that speed. You're going to burn off fuel at a much higher rate. Got back onto the 60 freeway, so there was a ramp from the 605 that you can just take as soon as you get on that off Peck Road.
CVT.
So now it looks like back on the 60 eastbound,
Yeah, it's a CVT.
heading back east from the direction that this driver first came, although minus one occupant of the vehicle from when they first made their way this way westbound because that passenger got out, foot bailed, and speed at this point does not seem to be like a dangerous factor. We don't believe there are any pursuing ground vehicles, although the airship is still overhead watching where this driver is going.
And Bruce, you probably don't have the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it because are we the pursuit capital of the country?
The world.
Definitely.
Or the world? It feels like we have
Fox 11.
pursuits so often here, and no way to prevent them.
You know, I would say that's probably a safe guess. However, our pursuits are mild considering some of the other pursuits that I have watched throughout the nation where you have 12, 14 law enforcement cars involved, and these people are just driving crazy. So ours are pretty tame, but to your question, I'm going to go with yes.
Yeah. The way that the city is set up with the freeway system, you'd think the traffic would prohibit it.
Well,
more
it's
than
still,
it does,
it's still
but
early.
it's wide open. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if we can get into the mindset of the criminal activity that kind of leads someone to do this. Very rarely do they get away. It does happen occasionally, but it's very
sometimes.
rare that someone is able to fully escape from a pursuit like this. And we'll see what happens at the end of this.
We will see some pursuit suspects drive into a heavily populated area. For example, downtown Los Angeles.
Right.
Just within this last month, we saw someone sort of disappear into the structures and the parking lot, I guess the underbuilding parking lots, underground parking lots. And then it's hard to track those people down. And then what do authorities do at that point, Bruce?
You know, at that point, it becomes a containment where you have enough officers there that you can contain all four sides of the structure of the area that you're looking for the suspects in. And it's just it's like a game of mouse. We just control the area and we search it tactically.
How much does it help now having a passenger from this vehicle in custody to let's just say this driver is somehow able to escape without being apprehended now. The fact that you have someone that was in the vehicle with them in custody, that has to, I'd say, almost always lead to some kind of identity and apprehension, right?
Well, it helps law enforcement a lot because they can gain information about the suspects, about the suspects, who they are, where they live, and then they can do a workup on them to find out what other criminal charges.
Ooh, I wouldn't play with that truck. This person played with a semi-truck.
Looks like traffic is
Ever watch
slowing
Final
here
Destination?
on the eastbound 60. Is he in the carpool lane?
Not yet.
That truck would crush this car, just the tip of the wheel, any kind of touch that she'll go flying.
Is not driving with the urgency that we saw earlier. We're still seeing a lot of maneuvering between lanes, but we are certainly not seeing speeds, whether that's a factor of the traffic on the road or the fact that there's no one pursuing him on the ground. He doesn't feel the urgency to get away the same way that they did earlier today, just an hour ago since we've been aware of this. 45 miles an hour in the HOV lane on the 60 eastbound is just a commute. This is just basically what everybody else is doing, but you see continuing to cross over lanes, which is a little irregular.
Yeah, his driving.
So what's up, guys? In case for the new people that joined, this person has a felony warrant and they believe they're armed. And there was a passenger in the vehicle that has jumped out. And they've just been driving erratically for a while, in and out. There was unsuccessful spike strips, and they're driving a little Nissan Kicks, like a econo car.
For a felony possessing weapons. Authorities say that they believe he is armed, and this is why Bruce said they will likely not stop following him because of the fact that he is armed. And we did see a passenger bail from the vehicle a little bit ago. This video to your right is the moment that he exited the freeway, made a U-turn, and you see the CHP units following closely behind. That was on the 210 freeway. We heard about this pursuit when it was on the 15 freeway.
Right, that was more than an hour ago now. We first were notified of this about 2:15. Which is an hour and...
T.Y. Stick said, yo, we need a chase that involves a car powered by solar panels.
Westbound at 100 miles an hour. Through the Cajon Pass at 100 miles an hour. Passing the 15 freeway near 90 miles an hour. And when we picked this up from Air 7, we saw speeds well above 100 miles an hour and consistently above 90. I mean, this guy rarely... There you see on the right, 107. 105, pushing excessive speeds here, so dangerous, and to make it worse was pulling off rapid lane changes just with the flick of his hands. This wasn't a carefully executed maneuver through lanes. This was quick, it was dangerous, and you could see some struggles controlling the vehicle. Several spike strip attempts here. Look on the right side of your screen. Mm-hmm. This is where the passenger gets out. It looks like they just lay down on the ground. Mm-hmm. Whether they wanted to run away, the movement of the vehiel, that person...
He slowed down for him to exit.
Yeah, it might be a woman who just again, I don't know if she laid down to give up or whether the speed, the motion of the car caused her to fall, but that lead unit stays with the driver. So watch this lead unit of the CHP ignore the passenger. It looks like
then you see the
second unit, right?
Second unit, the officer
getting out.
Exits
so that person is in custody.
And Bruce, you were in law enforcement for so long. Any insight you can share on the mindset of folks who lead officers on a pursuit like this? Once they're caught, what do detectives learn from these suspects?
Having talked to hundreds of suspects involved in pursuits, there's no rhyme or reason. They just want to get away, or they want their 15 minutes of fame. Excuse me. And basically, they believe that they're going to get away. The problem is, you're not going to outrun the radio. You're not going to outrun the helicopter.
Yeah. There's an old saying: no one ever accused criminals of being smart, and it is put on display every day. And this is yet another example. So this continues on the 60 eastbound. The top of our tracker says carpool lane, but they are now in the number 2 lane, number 1 lane.
Now in Roland Heights.
Okay, so 60 eastbound going back towards the 15. The next major interchange again will be where it merges with the 57 for a short time. And we'll see if they head all the way back from whence they came. If they make it all the way back to the 15 freeway and wherever they were, that's where we know this began, or at least where we first heard about it. It looks like they have re-engaged now. Now that speeds are a little lower, California Highway Patrol has picked this back up, and they are now directly behind this vehicle on the 60 freeway.
And the car is now picking up as well. Now, he keeps going up and down, but he was almost hit 90 miles an hour right there. Now you can see that he is aware that they're on his tail, and
picking up speed.
Now he's changing lanes again, and maybe he's thinking about exiting here.
Yeah, so this driver's made it through side streets, through La Puente, Eastern San Gabriel Valley, from the 10 freeway down to the 60 freeway, and now going back eastbound. Again, veering through traffic, weaving in and out of lanes and wending their way eastbound. So speeds are going to have to be slower simply because of the volume of cars, and a really close call could have clipped that vehicle right there. Again, as these drivers are surpassed by this suspect, they don't know they're part of a pursuit. And so you just think it's another driver on the road who's just
some nut
driving
job.
Impolitely, to put it kindly.
Everyday nut job.
And then once they go by, like in a situation like that where you nearly get clipped by a driver, you see 3 or 4 CHP officers going by, and you quickly realize what's happening here. This isn't just another driver on the road. This is part of a pursuit. And these people suddenly realize the thing that they see on TV all the time is now passing them by.
It is very common. It is very common here in Southern California.
And you hear people talking about it when they see one coming through their neighborhood or they pass one on the freeway. They say something along the lines of it's just like it seems on TV. We watch these all the time, and now this one is passing me by.
So in the carpool
this one seems to be a little safer.
Guys, we're live right now covering a police chase. CHP is chasing a Nissan Kicks across Southern California. The driver is reportedly wanted for a felony warrant. Authorities say the driver is believed to be armed, hitting over 100 miles an hour. And at one point, the vehicle slowed down. Passenger jumped out. The driver kept going. Multiple attempts to get spike strips down, and I think they've missed all of them, driving over 100 miles an hour. Check us out. We're live.
The rest of the flow of traffic. So just again, weaving in and out of different lanes, and the number 1, see if they had, or the number 2 heading back over to the HOV lane, just trying to find any pocket of open space that they can find with no disregard for anybody else on the road. Here is one of those attempted spike strips. It looks like a CHP officer tried to do that. The driver was well beyond. Wrong side of the road. That's when the driver was going into oncoming traffic to get around cars, and in that instance, to avoid a spike strip.
And that was the 3rd spike strip that they attempted.
They're not easy. They're not easy, especially when you're dealing with a driver who's willing to go put themselves at risk and drive on the wrong side of the road. And so you basically, it's a prediction of where the driver is going to be when you can get the spike strip out in time to be able to deploy it effectively. Right side of your screen, you see some of these speeds. That is going to down to 100 miles an hour, but now kind of crawling along, 30 miles an hour on the 60 freeway, a CHP cruiser right behind a canine unit too. So we'll see if they are able to get this driver pulled over.
Bring the dogs in.
There are some canines which we see deployed in situations like this if someone is unwilling to comply, to get out of their vehicle, and perhaps getting off the freeway. Yes.
It looks like he is exiting here.
Lemon Avenue.
They'll be running low on gas.
So this could split either way. We'll see what this driver does. And there's a straight lane that could get right back onto the freeway, right across Lemon and right back onto the freeway. So we're sticking on the 60 freeway eastbound here at Lemon Avenue.
Again, if you happen to just be joining us, we're following a pursuit underway. This is in the East San Gabriel Valley. Not sure if we're still in the Rowland Heights area that we were in a little bit ago. He's traveled some miles now. 327, we picked this up a little more than an hour ago on the air for the last 45 minutes or so, watching this driver in the blue vehicle, a suspect for felony warrant and believed to be armed. Watching him drive at dangerously high speeds, past 100 miles an hour at times, driving against traffic, making illegal U-turns, several close calls with other vehicles, and now you see him continue on the eastbound 60.
Okay, we're getting some word now that from the CHP that this driver might be in communication with family on the phone, and is looking to make their way back home. Plans to turn themselves in if they can make it back to their house on the phone, I think with their father is what I heard. So talking on the phone now, trying to get back home where they plan to turn themselves in.
I think I have to go back home.
This,
why not just turn yourself in?
Brings back some wild memories of what happened. I mean, everyone, the most famous car pursuit in LA history was O.J. Simpson trying to make his way back home where he said he was going to see his family and turn himself back in. Shades of that. This person just wants to get back home. Why they wouldn't just give themselves up now and make this a lot easier.
On the right,
we don't know.
Yeah, on the right video of the passenger that was in that vehicle that bailed out, it does look like it might be a female there, but that person we believe authorities picked up and has been talking to, and that would make sense that a family member would be on the phone because his behavior on the road has changed significantly. He's not speeding like he was
he's calm,
before.
he's quiet.
He's slowed down, and perhaps he's on the phone.
Yeah.
You know, hashing out the details, and hopefully he follows his
Right.
father's
We don't
advice.
know where home is now, passing the 57 interchange. And as we approach 3:30, our live coverage of this breaking news continues on our ABC7 streaming channel. You can watch live on our website, on your phone, on your connected TV, anywhere you stream ABC7 Los Angeles. Here on TV, we're going to turn things over to David Muir for World News Tonight. But again, we will continue streaming coverage of this pursuit on the now 57 freeway, and we will continue on streaming coverage.
Stay with us.
I remember there was a chase where the guy kept saying, I'm going to stop. And then at one point, he's like, oh, my brakes don't work. He started telling like over the phone. He was like, my brakes don't work. But then you keep seeing him brake and use his brakes and turn and all this shit. Like, your brakes work, man. But supposedly this guy's on the phone with family, wants to turn himself in, and I can only turn myself in if I make it to the house first, I guess. I don't know. A little sus. If I'm the dad, maybe I won't open the door for you. You can, pull up, but you're not coming inside. I don't know if you're trying to take me out and yourself out before the cops. Who knows?
Negotiating a surrender, perhaps at the suspect's home or maybe the home of the family.
Don't bring that shit to my house. It's disrespectful. You're going to bring that shit to your parents' house.
Jory mentioned, but we do know that this pursuit, we first got word of it along the 15 freeway, so it may be east of here.
Yeah, we always talk about those last brief moments of...
Imagine it doesn't even stop. He just crashes into the fucking house.
Spend some time in custody. Bruce, do we still have Bruce Thomas on the line?
Yeah, I'm with you, Jory. Yeah.
Okay, Bruce, let's talk about these moments. People in this situation know that they're going to be in custody rather soon. The mindset of someone in these last moments of freedom, why they would want to get home maybe instead of giving up, just pulling over and giving yourself up.
That's the last place I want to go. The mom or dad, Melvin, what were you thinking? I told you. I start getting reprimanded and shit. Probably start getting beat in front of the cops. That's the last place I want to go is home before getting locked up.
From now, he
at least my parents' home.
Surrendered to law enforcement. And how many friendlies are there who may intercede in this arrest? So it becomes a whole tactical operation for law enforcement if that were to transpire.
Yeah, would there? I'm guessing there would be work to figure out the address of where this person lives, so you can have some law enforcement waiting there at the time.
Be that hard?
Yeah, definitely. They would definitely want law enforcement there. You'd have multiple units there. One, to control the family, to control the crime scene, to control the crowd that's going to gather in this.
Yeah, there was a chase one time too that we covered. The guy drove back home, I think to his mother's or something. I think he pulled through like the alleyway or the drive-through all the way to the back of the house. He gets out, and when he gets out, you can see that he has a gun. And he starts walking up to the front, and then he starts like, moving his gun in the air. The cops start popping his ass, blasting him, and his mother's right there watching the whole thing.
So that is some good news. Hopefully he can get home without anyone else getting hurt or any other close calls.
And that would track with the behavior we're seeing from just the driving, going westbound, hitting speeds of 100 miles an hour, clearly trying to get away from California Highway Patrol. Now we're talking about eastbound on the 60, 70 miles an hour, not exactly following the rules of the road. Another close call there, but we are not seeing the 100 miles per hour that we were seeing just an hour ago when we began our broadcast. And so while that is a positive, there is still some risk there. As Bruce mentioned, there are the unknowns of what is going to happen when they get to the house. Who's going to be there? What control does law enforcement have over the scene when that happens? And if this person wants to see their father or their family member there, how is that going to happen? How will that play out as law enforcement tries to take him into custody?
Cybertruck.
Are you going to have last minute? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Bruce.
Are you going to have last minute hugs, last minute goodbyes, and are the family going to go along with the program? Meaning they're not going to change their minds.
Right.
Right.
Are they going to harbor him?
Case. But assuming all of this was perhaps triggered by that passenger exiting the vehicle and talking to authorities, do you believe that that's how it likely played out?
Yeah, I would hope so. Maybe the passenger said, hey, I don't want to play anymore. Just pull the car over, let me out. And then once that passenger got out and law enforcement scooped up him or her to gain information so they know where the suspect lives. And if family members are talking to law enforcement, they have the address, they have the person's name, and now they're doing what they call an informational workup on the person to find out everything they can about them.
So 60 eastbound approaching the 71 freeway. If history is any guide, that there's the interchange right there. Just going to continue on the 60 eastbound because this began way out east, and it looks like they are headed back to the point where this may have begun. There are several chances to exit the freeway. We're still waiting to find out where home is for this driver. It's been indicated that they are trying to make it back to their home before they turn themselves in and surrender to authorities. Still kind of driving wildly. You don't know the emotional state of someone in this position, ready to give themselves up. I don't know about willingly at this point. It may happen willingly, but I'm sure they're not happy about it after trying to evade capture for so long and so dangerously, but still driving a little beyond the parameters of the law and now boxed in by a couple of trucks.
And Jory, we have joining us on the line now with the CHP, Christian Stevens. Can you hear us, Officer Stevens, and can you shed some light on this pursuit?
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon. This pursuit started quite a while ago. It's been quite a lengthy one. And as it progresses, we ask that everybody, when you see the emergency lights and sirens come in, you move to the right. Don't make any sudden evasive maneuvers. And if the pursuit comes to an end up in front of you, or we always ask that you stay back at least 300 feet.
Okay, can you give any background about basically what's happening right now? We've gotten word that this person wants to make it home and surrender with family there. Are you able to comment on the plan moving forward?
If that's the plan, I would imagine that we would continue to pursue and follow them until they get to wherever they're trying to go.
Yeah. Can you talk to us about the spike strip efforts and the challenges of trying to stop a pursuit suspect?
Spike strips are an amazing tool. They don't always work, but some of the challenges with spike strips is making sure that our officers aren't in a position of disadvantage, somewhere that they can still try to end the pursuit safely while not putting themselves at unnecessary risk.
And do you have any details on this particular pursuit, on this suspect and what he's wanted for and what triggered the pursuit?
I don't have any details. All I know is that there is potentially a warrant for arrest.
Come on, we need the inside scoop from the cop, from CHP. So this chase has been going on for a while. Ontario, I wonder if he's going, it seems like maybe he's going back where he came from. And I guess wants to go back home and turn themselves in and have a family reunion and hug it out and spend some moments, I guess, before giving up. Oh, he's about to clip this guy. You're not seeing it? What the?
Officers. So if we see that something has become too unsafe for us, that may...
He's probably very distracted in there. Maybe he's on the phone talking and driving erratic.
Or is there someone watching who makes the call that that lead vehicle needs to pull off?
Anybody in the pursuit can make that call. I mean, we are all safety officers at all times. And like I said, our first and primary goal is the safety of everybody.
Does that change at all when you have a suspect who is wanted for a felony and is armed?
Our primary goal is still safety. However, that just might, we might pursue much longer depending on what the want is for.
Yeah, at one point there was a passenger in this vehicle. That person got out and I believe is now in custody. We didn't see it officially, but I don't think there was any way for them to get away. Is that, when we saw the lead vehicle in the pursuit stay with the vehicle, is that kind of protocol where you leave the arrest, the apprehension to a passenger, to the vehicles behind you, and the lead officer stays with the pursuit?
I mean, every pursuit is different.
Sure.
But depending on how many other units are in the area, you may have somebody close by that is already able to apprehend that second suspect to try to gain some more information.
And then the concern of the weapon, I think for the officers, obviously. How does that change how you would approach it? Does it change anything, or do you have to assume every vehicle in this situation has the risk of having a weapon inside?
That's correct. There's always a risk of a potential weapon, which is why we train so hard and focus on both officer safety and the safety of the public.
And so we understand, and I think Jory mentioned this, that this driver has been in contact with a family member. We understand his father, perhaps, and that he's on his way home to surrender peacefully to police. What sorts of things is the CHP looking for, or other law enforcement agency involved, for that sort of surrender? Would they be at the home first? Would they speak to the family? Would they have units there? These are things I'm assuming happen, but can you walk us through it?
Just kind of everything you mentioned. We may be able to get units there before they do. That is definitely a possibility. But we would always ask whoever's in contact with them to tell them to peacefully surrender as soon as possible.
Okay. Christian Stevens with the California Highway Patrol, we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us and kind of guiding us through what is happening here. Before we go, is there anything else on this pursuit that you'd like to add that we haven't touched on?
Just everyone stay safe and yield to the lights and sirens.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Good advice.
Yeah. Okay, so a nice little update, some information on how they are handling a pursuit like this in this situation. He wasn't able to comment one way or another whether the plan is to make it to this driver's home, but that is what we believe is happening. Still not driving according to the law, now on the shoulder of the 60 freeway, and this says westbound. I don't believe that is accurate, right?
We might be coming up to a split, a junction where he can.
Yeah, we're coming up on Mountain
traffic.
It's still going
like
eastbound. Yeah, there we go. Switch back
60.
over. Eastbound.
Yeah.
So we're
Traffic's
on Mountain
coming.
Avenue. The next exit opportunity will be the 83, which is Euclid. So Euclid Avenue, but we don't know where this driver is going now, firmly stuck in traffic.
And you see the units.
The cops are pulling up.
Creeping in. Is this going to happen right here on the freeway? No, the driver continues on.
An additional motorcycle unit there.
Right, so back onto the shoulder to get around this, the rest of the traffic. This is a Tuesday, the beginning of rush hour, heading eastbound out of town. You typically see a lot of volume on basically every freeway, the 210, the 10, the 60, everything going east. You'll see a lot of volume. You might get up to some speed at times, and you're going to see it slow down, as we have seen with this driver. You are not allowed to drive on the shoulder as this driver is doing, and you're not supposed to be allowed to weave in and out of traffic as this driver is doing, but on the long list of crimes that have already been committed on this day, these are at the bottom of the list because a lot of people have been put at danger. So again, we're waiting to see where is home for this driver. What will be the exit they take, or are we going all the way out? Next big opportunity to get off the freeway will be at the 15, and whether we see them go back up north through the Cajon Pass. That's where we know this began.
And Bruce Thomas, assuming you're still with us, a question for you. Are law enforcement, CHP in this case, keeping track of every time he's breaking, traffic laws here?
It's a great question, and people have asked that before, other anchors also, and friends of mine. Yes, they are. They have Information Bureau or media relations who record the news, record events like this. And what they will do, even though they're misdemeanor or traffic violations, they will go back, re-rack the tape, and every time he did something, crossing in and out of the carpool lane, using the carpool lane, running stop signs, cutting people off, they pile on the charges to where the point, this person may never have a license again.
Oh, please.
Yeah. And some of those can be charged as more than a moving violation if you put.
And as if a license mattered anyway out there in California.
And again, it seems like the urgency might be notching ratcheting back up a little bit. It seems like the speed might be picking up, a lot more weaving back onto the right shoulder for a time. And you might have caught that sign a moment ago. We are very close to the Ontario airport. So there was a sign for Ontario airport satellite parking. It doesn't look like Air 7 is in the airspace, but just another thought here as they pass Ontario, that the airport is not too far. These are the exits you would take to go to that airport. So they're approaching the 15 freeway. It looks like a couple miles, maybe 5 miles
He's
out.
gesturing his
Whoa,
hands now.
whoa, what's up with that?
Gesturing outside of the window. Not sure.
Showing no weapon, perhaps. Is this going
Is he pulling over?
End here?
Maybe he's going to stop. Maybe
Yeah, you wonder
we're just going to have to watch.
if fuel might be an issue. We talked about the
Yes.
gas mileage on the
Fuel,
car.
that
and this
fuel
has been
thing, man, the
going
little
for
car.
a long time.
He
So you have a
is
hand out the
saying-
window.
Looks like
both
he's
hands
showing
out the
both
window.
hands.
That's a woman?
So it looks
That's a
like
woman! I think that's a woman.
she might be doing it. I'm not sure who the driver is, but
What the hell is going
again,
on?
Both hands
looks like
out the
she's-
window, and this is how it's going to come to an end on the side of the 60 freeway.
So two women,
Seems like
lovers?
she was about to take her seatbelt off,
Yeah, we don't know. This
We don't
driver
know.
Driving without no hands and
now
stuff.
on the shoulder.
but driving very slowly, as if the driver is planning to stop.
Right here, you see a California
Look at that.
CHP motorcycle.
Look, Ma, no
blocked off
hands.
traffic from the
It
on-ramp.
could have
Traffic
been.
on the right.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
if she's
so
armed.
just crawling now. I don't know. Again,
Pit
is this
maneuver.
person out of gas? No, they still have fuel to get over to the side of the road. Best case scenario right now, this person stops right here,
It looks like
which they have done. Put the car in park. Hands
Okay.
out, and it looks like it's going to come to an end right here, side of the 60 freeway, and both hands out of the window. We'll see if they comply and get out of the car. You can see her.
My hair, it's real.
She's showing her hair, maybe perhaps trying to identify herself
all right.
or themselves.
We're just getting word that from the CHP that the driver might be hard of hearing.
Oh,
Okay.
It
please.
might make communication a little more difficult.
If that is the case, they are doing the right thing. You want both your hands in.
Oh, please. You understand, stop. You saw all these cops behind
Window
you.
has been lowered. They can see inside, but
It's not about hard of hearing, but you talk about your friends and your mama and dad on the phone.
behind their doors, waiting for this person to get out of the vehicle. This
Bring the canines.
has been an hour and a half. This
Let's see if she hears
out
that.
of pursuit, at times topping 105 miles an hour, putting a lot of people at risk. And this is how it's coming to an end. And you want it to come to an end peacefully. It's just all up to the driver right now whether they're able to do that.
And Bruce, if you're still with us, what commands are they telling her?
Well, they're
Get out.
asking her. the
Yes,
driver,
baby, bring the canines. We
and
gotta do what we
possibly
gotta do.
co-occupant, keep your hands in plain sight. We take the keys, toss the keys out the
Here we
window
go.
onto the pavement.
Now opening
and
the
then we
door.
will ask you to step out.
Yeah, we saw the canine units ready to go. We saw the top of the vehicles had canine in it, and this driver is now getting out, hands up in
Hands
the
up.
air,
Wow.
Walking backwards.
Mamma mia.
phone on
putting
top of the
phone
car.
down.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't reach for your waist like that. It looked like they were trying to show they didn't have anything in their pockets, but you do not want to reach for your anywhere on your waist, pockets, pants.
We've seen this happen many times where they ask the suspects to walk backwards, and maybe the next command will be that she lay on the pavement. We've seen that in the past as well.
Yeah, this appears as if it's going to come to a peaceful end. It is.
Like a Star
You can
Trooper over
imagine,
there. Look at
even
this
if
guy.
you're in
Oh,
the
I guess
situation, hard to
the
stare
helmet.
down the barrel of a gun, and that officer is saying point face that way, and now
Girl.
get down on their knees and hands behind their back, and this will be code 4 momentarily.
Wow, okay,
Risk is over.
okay.
It looks like you see that officer still training their vehicle on the weapon
wouldn't
on
know
the
who's
car.
inside.
Because they don't know
They have to
who else
clear
is
that
in
out,
there,
yes.
if anyone else.
Almost looked like she has illegal tints.
In custody, being led to the back,
A little anticlimactic, but hey, at least everybody's safe.
just to make sure there's no one inside, and we believe that it is clear. Gun in the window,
Check the trunk,
and
too.
it looks like that is it.
Not that you can fit anything in there, but
They make
yeah,
sure
check the
that no
trunk.
one is in the vehicle, and it looks like
Okay, you got the okay.
code that,
Go
now
for it.
the
Four
Go
fingers
for
in
it.
the air to the airship, and now this is over. Okay.
Wow.
So,
Bruce Thomas, thank you so much.
I was going to say, as a footnote, what we have seen are a lot of
Leslie,
mental
thank
health
you.
issues
12K watching. Hit
with
the like button.
some of these suspects.
Yeah, that makes sense.
okay.
Thanks again for your insight.
Okay, we want to thank you for joining us for this extra streaming coverage of a pursuit that has now come to a peaceful end. Fortunately, it looks like no one was injured. I don't believe any vehicles were damaged in the process. And so that's how you want to see these things come to an end. It's unfortunate this had to happen, but a relatively successful ending for California Highway Patrol.
And if we get any updates, we'll bring that to you on Eyewitness News at 4, just about 15 minutes away.
We'll see you then.
All right, everybody crashing
This has been breaking news on...
Everybody crashing out with these relationships. Yesterday we had the custodian that went and shot the other custodian in the face. Shot the woman and shot himself. I still don't know the story behind that. I was kind of checking now to see if any kind of updates. Crazy, crazy times, man. Crazy times. Back to school. By the way, I was going to do a short reel on this, and I might. I really want to know what you guys think before. I know a lot of people hop out after the chase. Before you hop out, I'd like you, especially the weed heads, you know, or maybe that's, I don't say it to be like a nasty term, but potheads or I don't know, the connoisseurs, the weed connoisseurs. They're saying that ER visits for brutal scromoting. You ever heard of this shit? Brutal. Where's Hoax at? Brutal scromoting. The fuck is that? What are these kids smoking nowadays? All right. And it says weed disorder has gone up nearly 400% since October. And I was really kind of wondering if I could I want to see if I could find somebody with this disorder. Apparently it's been around, but it has just recently now been diagnosed. A case of the munchies is the least of some cannabis users' problems. I hate this site sometimes. Some regular tokers are being hit with debilitating stomach pain, severe nausea, constant vomiting mixed with screaming. What? Yo. I know there's somebody probably saying, oh, that's fire. I want to try that. So nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, severe nausea, and screaming. Like, what kind of shit is that? All ERs are seeing far more cases identified since October last year. The scary symptoms are a result of hyperemesis syndrome, CHS, a gut-wrenching disorder that also triggers relentless nausea, abdominal pain, with vomiting and retching striking up to 4 or 5 times an hour. And those affected are now showing up in emergency rooms. They say the reason for the increase, a specific ICD-10-CM diagnosis. I guess the book for CHS was introduced in October. So now everybody got this shit. We have a diagnosis now. Everybody and the mama got this shit now. The change was immediate in 1 month alone. This has created more awareness of the condition. The common misconception about CHS is that it's even a real condition. I want to see somebody with this. I want to see if I can find something on YouTube. Previously, the syndrome was thought to occur in heavy cannabis users, especially those who indulged on a daily basis for years. But emerging evidence suggests symptoms can occur much sooner than previously estimated, potentially within the first year of cannabis use. You better tell all your friends. I guess. The form of cannabis consumed may also make an impact. How quickly? What kind of weed is people smoking now? A study published in the Cannabis and Cannabinoid Research found that those who used electronic vape cartridges developed the chronic vomiting much faster. Never in my life have I heard of this shit as being a side effect of weed. I don't know. I know weed affects people differently. It's not my thing personally. You know what I'm saying? I get paranoid. Not really my thing. You sleep really good on it, but I know people that enjoy it, I guess. I've never heard of this as some kind of side effect. Complications from this condition can arise from erosion. Wait, what? Is that something else or different? I don't know. What the hell? For those who suffer CHS scrotum, episodes can hit within 24 hours after smoking and consuming edibles. Yeah, edibles too. Edibles is crazy. According to prior research, ER cases had already doubled between 2017 and 2021, affecting around 2.71 million people in the U.S. Complications from this condition can arise including erosion of teeth enamel, I guess from vomiting, acute kidney injury, electrolyte imbalances, dehydration, weight loss, and even seizures and kidney failure or death. What in the hell? So they're saying meth is healthier than weed. I'm just kidding. Wow. Maybe it's something that they're smoking. 'Cause I know these kids now, they got to keep upping the dose, upping the ante. You know, one time, a long time ago, I had the THC wax. Never again. One time, never again. That's like the crack of weed. Hell no. Let me see. Scromiting disorder. Oh, can we find somebody screaming? See, scromiting disorder 8 months ago.
Not what this
There's a
victim
new verb
terrorism
for
shift that the terrorist state likes to do here. Trump did exactly.
Here, scromiting.
It's called scromiting. Okay, it's
Scromiting,
like a combination of screaming and vomiting at the same time. This sounds awful. What is going on here?
Well, Anthony, if you're a regular user of marijuana, like daily, and it's rather heavy use, and you end up with significant vomiting and abdominal pain, and you're writhing in
Scrotum.
pain, not feeling well, getting dehydrated, you're going to end up in an emergency room. And that's what we're seeing more and more. Now, for many viewers, they'll be happy to know that I finally brought my brain with me, okay?
They got to stop smoking that shit from China. Or the synthetic weed or whatever. Smoke the real stuff if you're going to smoke, I guess. I guess people smoke synthetic to avoid, like, if they're taking drug tests and stuff, which is, like, more dangerous or whatever. But I've never heard of these side effects. It reminds me of Tulsi Gabbard's brother, where they said homeboy was trying to lure children to his hotel room. Did you guys catch that story? And the kids refused, and they told their parents he was trying to lure them with candy and money, like, hey, come to my hotel. And his parents said he had a mental breakdown. It's because he smoked weed. I was like, wow, I didn't know weed had those side effects either. Apparently, that you're targeting children. Okay.
That, as you astutely mentioned, have a connection to the
Dark Fate.
gastrointestinal tract. We often talk about feeling hungry when you use marijuana. What this does in heavy users, you end up with intractable nausea, vomiting, and because you have all of that cyclic vomiting and nausea, you can develop the abdominal pain. You don't feel well. You end up in the emergency room. So that's the name of it. It's been around a long time, I think since 2004. Cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. That's the technical name for it. The slang is that scromiting. And so got to be aware, if you're using a lot of marijuana and all of a sudden you start developing these symptoms, probably going to go to the ER and get evaluated. And the only treatment,
let me guess, it's drugs. Pharmaceutical drugs?
Is to stop using
They're going to be like, we got a prescription for you.
marijuana. We can give you some things to try to help.
Of course you
can.
But
there's not a lot that we can do for it other than stopping it and giving you IV fluids if you're dehydrated.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty simple solution there. Just cut back on the use. Now, let me ask you this. You said that it's been going on since about 2004. I have heard.
Yeah, now they're diagnosing. I was kind of curious. I don't know if they have that, like somebody, a patient that has this scromiting thing. So I was kind of curious to see what it looks like. It's probably not pleasant, but doctor explains. Heavy cannabis users. That's crazy, man. Stories from the ER. Let me see. There's somebody.
So there's several different incidences that can happen. Probably the most common is what we call cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. That's where people can get these bouts of recurrent vomiting. It's quite debilitating when that comes on. People are screaming, they're retching repeatedly. Some of the ER doctors have actually started calling it scromiting, which is a combination of screaming and vomiting together, because these patients are just coming in just miserable. They're screaming at the top of their lungs. They can't stop retching and vomiting. Often they've been doing it for days. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of our normal antiemetics, in other words, our medications we use to treat nausea and vomiting that are very effective. Typically, people will say they get some relief with taking a hot shower. but for the most part, the only treatment is to stop using cannabis. And we see those probably as the most frequent, probably as much as every other day we'll see a case of those. In fact, I just ran the numbers. I think there were 180 cases for 2018, so pretty close to about an every other day run at those people come in. So that's pretty common. The most concerning thing that we see is that people get psychosis from it. So that's what really triggered me to get concerned about all the cases of the psychosis that we were seeing. So a lot of people don't understand that term psychosis.
Okay, so I don't know, crazy, scary stuff. I mean, I do feel like if somebody has a mental latent problem, like something that's like dormant and sleeping, something that's not necessarily, active. Sometimes I even think weed could do it. Weed could do it, or LSD, or like the guy Connor guy ayahuasca. I feel like sometimes people have dormant stuff that maybe potentially this stuff could wake it up, but I've never heard of these side effects. That's crazy. I mean, it's just a crazy time where you can't eat lettuce, you can't eat vegetables, everything's contaminated, everything's this and that. Now they're talking about salsa from the same company, Taylor Farms, salsa and guac. I had a whole bunch of guac and salsa this weekend. Now they're sharing some kind of E. coli outbreak in that. Then there's something with the meats. You guys saw the meats thing? 30,000 pounds of meat. 30,000 pounds of meat were, I guess it was recalled, high risk recall after bypassing important inspections. I don't know what's going on, what we're eating. Ugh. The whole thing you were talking about, the losing gravity for 7 seconds tomorrow. Apparently that's something that's been going around. People conspiracy claiming that there was some secret NASA document called Project Anchor supposedly predicts that gravitational waves from black holes will cause Earth to lose gravity for exactly 7 seconds. Objects float up, then slam back down when gravity returns, with wild casualties, estimates in tens of millions. NASA directly addressed it and rejected it. If that's true, that'd be crazy. I guess I won't see you tomorrow if that happens. I don't know. There's been a lot of devastating earthquakes, though. Like, Colombia is really bad. I don't know if you guys have checked on that. I saw something today. I actually sent a friend like one of the notifications. It is kind of crazy to see like all this stuff happening around the world at this like somewhat close. I mean, earthquakes happen all the time every day, but like these catastrophic ones, thousands of people dead, thousands of people missing. It is crazy. What else? Was there something else? I thought I saw something I wanted to see if there's anything here. I think I'm good there. So yeah, the cannabis thing, which I was just kind of looking at that like, what? The Candace Owens and Andrew Wilson thing might be happening, it seems like, potentially. Anything else besides all these wicked, horrible stories? Andrew Wilson supposed to be debating Candace Owens. Hopefully it happens. I guess that's it. Yeah, I think I'm caught up. But let's see what else you guys are saying. Coronal mass ejection is about to hit Earth too. What the hell is that? Cornell? Let's see what it says about that. Cornell. You guys heard too? Chris Watts apparently got married and shit in jail. These women love killers, love bad guys. There's a real but minor coronal mass ejection influence expected tomorrow. What the? You just told me it was fake. According to the latest NOAA Space Weather Prediction Center forecast, CMEs that left the sun around August 8th are expected to arrive mid to late August 12th. This could produce isolated periods of G1 minor geomagnetic storming. What the? Solar activity itself is currently very low to low. Minor effects possible on HF radio communications, GPS accuracy, satellite drag. Nothing severe, nothing to worry about. Interesting. Can we watch it live? The mysterious cannabis syndrome. 2 years ago, they were talking about it. Uncontrollable vomiting. That is crazy. I've never heard of that. And they've been talking about it for years. Maybe it's E. coli in the weed. Like these people, look what's happening with the produce. The parasites and E. coli, the feces, everything that's going on. People not washing their hands, pooping in the fields, dirty water. Maybe it's some kind of terrorist attack. Take out all the potheads. Have you heard about the Pinellas County cop who unalived himself and his ex-girlfriend? Yeah. I've heard about it. I haven't read really much. I just saw like a headline. I might have saved it. I was sent the story. Let's see if I have it here. Oh yeah, I think you're talking about this one here. I think. Unless it's a different one, because a lot of these kind of similar things are happening. It says here, mom of 2 kidnapped and then killed by Florida deputy boyfriend in shocking murder unaliving. A lot of these people, I don't know what's the mental. I can't understand how somebody could do something like this. Not even just to kill somebody, but to kill yourself. The normal person, like I don't know, the will to survive. I don't know who over what. Mom of 2. The mother begged her children to run inside and call 911 before she was kidnapped. I've heard sometimes dating cops are cops the biggest cheaters? Who's the biggest cheater supposedly? Like there's I thought there's like statistics or research or something. Who's the biggest cheaters? And impression. Is it cops? Look at that chick that was like banging 30 cops and the people in the department. But did she come out and say like she was forced or coerced or something? No single profession is scientifically proven. I thought there was so let's say common cited high cheating professions. Healthcare, doctors and nurses. Sales, really? Top in multiple UK workplace affair surveys. Admitted workplace cheaters, irregular hours plus networking. Sales. Healthcare's at the top. Sales. Teachers, education, often second place in UK. High prestige jobs like CEOs, physicians. Everybody's having sex, like cheating, I guess. Trades, electricians, plumbers, aviation, flight attendants, military, police, firefighters, bartenders. I guess everybody's doing it, but yeah, Pinellas County Sheriff Office Deputy Troy Savitz, 47, was waiting in the woman's front yard when she and her 2 children, he did this shit in front of the kids, had just returned from the beach Monday, told the children to run inside, call for help. She started arguing with whom she'd been in a tumultuous on and off relationship over a TV he wanted back. No. You know, this wasn't about just no TV. Some of these people, like in a toxic situation, they'll be like, oh, I just want my whatever back. And it's only a reason to confront you and see you in person and cause a bunch of havoc and chaos. So arguing about a TV, I said, you can have the shit back. I'm sure it was more than that. A TV. The deputy then snatched away his panicked ex's phone as she tried to call for help. The sheriff in a neighboring county said, stressing how he wanted the dead woman's kids to know how she prioritized their safety. What the hell? We listened to that 911 tape and we know that your mother said to go inside, save your lives, and call 911. Your mom is looking down on you from heaven. Police rushed to the woman's house at 5:30, but she and Savitz, who they knew to be armed, were already gone. He kidnapped the mother in a rental car that police tracked down to Platinum Drive in Spring Hill, about 6 miles away from the woman's home around 7 p.m. Inside the car, they found them both. I don't understand what kind of love this is. It's got to, I guess it's like a mental health, mental illness, but I just feel like it's such a broad thing to just place over everything. Oh, it's mental health, mental health. Noko said her 2 children are now in care of the biological father. Those 2 children should be starting off this week, getting ready for school. I don't know, take a little time off. Well, I don't know what they saw, if they know. I mean, they must know, I guess. Oh, they should be. Okay, I was going to say, I read that wrong. They should be. But they're getting ready instead for a sad life without their mother. Savitz worked for the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office for 14 years and was assigned to the Marine Unit. 14 years. He condemned Savitz's actions Monday night, calling what he did inexcusable. What the hell? Why is always the most difficult question? Why didn't he just do it to himself? Why take innocent people with you? I think this could happen too sometimes. I don't think unaliving is the plan until the reality of what you've done sets in. Maybe that's a part of it. I don't understand these people because we hear these stories all the time. I just can't imagine, like, I value myself more, like in my livelihood and like my child. Like, I mean, if somebody leaves you or somebody cheats or whatever, I guess people can't deal with pain or like just adversities and shit. That is crazy. What the hell, man? Go date somebody else. Go to the massage parlor, get a little extra, you know what I'm saying? What the hell's wrong with these people? Never dealt with no heartbreak, no rejection, can't take rejection. Wow. Holy moly. That's scary. There's people out there that are like that. Mm. Somebody sit back the blue. Crazy. Yeah, I covered the firefighter too the other day. The firefighter or the fire cow chief that her wife killed her too after killing the husband 2 decades ago. They let her out and the chick goes and kills again. The hell? Everybody changes. Okay, well, let me see. Maybe that's it for tonight. Anything else? ER's busiest day will be 420. Yo, for real. I got you, Change. Hey, how you doing? Thanks. Trip to Bangkok is booked. Oh, man, there's so much you can do, man. Oh, jeez. Former NBA player declares 2027 WNBA draft gender rules. I think they should do it. I'd love to see it. I'd start watching the games. WNBA draft. Oh, you guys heard about this too? Representative Lauren Boebert's son Tyler's ex showed cops video he filmed of her, leading to arrest. What's wrong with this kid? Ex-girlfriend reported him to cops before child sexual exploitation arrest. What happened? Lauren Boebert. Ex-girlfriend reported him to cops before child exploitation. Showed cops a 43-second video he allegedly filmed of her before she turned 18. Well, how old was he? Well, I guess it wasn't with her consent. Her Oh, he was 21. Was arrested on August 9th. Was charged with exploitation to induce, entice. Wow. From alleged video that a then 18-year-old Tyler. Oh, so he's 18 and she's 17. Okay, he filmed this a couple weeks before she reportedly turned 18. The ex-girlfriend called the cops after her ex was allegedly sent the video. Okay, well, that's really crossing the line. I don't know if this was consensual or not. The 17-18 thing is like kind of murky. Some places have Romeo Juliet, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're already dating and there's like a couple of weeks apart, kind of, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. And some states have the Romeo Juliet thing where there can be some kind of like difference, you know, like I don't know, 2 years or something like that, like for situations like that. I don't remember the specifics. But if he did do this though, and then this is the biggest thing probably where he fucked up. The ex-girlfriend reportedly called the cops on April 2nd, 2024 after her ex was allegedly sent the video. So homeboy sent the video to her ex, I guess. The affidavit also mentioned the alleged victim initially told cops she was hesitant to report the incident because she didn't want Tyler to get in trouble. Tyler has yet to speak about the matter. Representative Boebert said, "I love my son." Wow. And I wonder why now. Why does it come up now? Nolan, well, I haven't followed, man. Brandon Tatum is the person to follow for that. He's been on it nonstop. Brandon Tatum, I thought they were gonna sue. What's his name? The civil rights guy. Let me see what Brandon said here. He did an exclusive interview with friends of Nolan Wells. Premieres, that was yesterday. Addressed the blatant lies. I think they have an attorney now. Attorney Edward Paldzix confirmed there's 0% chance Nolan Wells' friends did anything wrong, and lawsuits are coming for the online mob.
Yeah, because you just met these young men more recently. And are you confident that these young men had nothing to do with it?
Confidence not a strong enough word. In fact, beyond a reasonable doubt is not strong enough. There's a 0% chance that they did anything wrong. So this is not 90%. It's not 99%. It's not 99.9999. There's no decimals. There's no anything. It's 100%. 100.000%. Nothing. They did nothing wrong. And that's the problem for our opponents here, who have ruined their lives, dragged them through the mud, and attacked them. You don't get to lie. We have a First Amendment. We love our First Amendment, but you don't get to lie and hurt people. You want to lie and it doesn't hurt people? Fine. You lie and you hurt people, that's why we have defamation. And that's what this is about. So I just want to emphasize this in the strongest possible terms. Zero wrongdoing. Completely innocent.
And there's been a couple of people arrested, I think, with Nolan Wells. Just these nut jobs on the internet, I think, like threatening people. Let's see, how many? Yeah, I think they should sue. They have to at this point. I'm sure the guy will do it on a contingency or pro bono or whatever. Such a big case. I haven't been following too much because I don't like once they start twisting and turning the story and making up a bunch of stuff, I just kind of, I don't think his friends, his close friends there had anything to do with it. But, the guys that he went on the boat with originally, I don't think that's the case. But, there's a lot of differing opinions. Apparently there was 3 arrests. Joseph Alfredo Vasquez de Marque out of Sacramento, California, 27 years old. He's accused of sending Facebook messages with bomb and death threats to Jackson County, to the judge. Also, Michelle Francine Edwards out of Cincinnati, Ohio, charged with making roughly 21 threatening calls, including bomb threats. Okay. Another person named Edward James Porter from Illinois, arrested August, accused of calling and texting threats to kill witnesses and their families. Like, these people are like too involved. It's like somebody in the chat watching a story and then reaching out to these people. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do this and that. Like, bro, what? Okay, maybe that's it for now. Let me just do a little. I just feel like I haven't been able to check in as often as I'd like these last couple days. It's been really freaking crazy for me outside of YouTube, like in a good way, but just crazy. Like I just been like non-stop yesterday, today between school, the legal stuff, and like the first day my daughter has a project. The first day, like a half kind of like a somewhat small project, homework, first day. I'm like, what? We're pulling out crafts and arts and stuff yesterday, putting all this shit together. First day. But I did get my car back, which is good. Let me see what else. Do we have anything else here? Oh gosh, it's always some crazy stuff. Let's see real quick. New York Post. New York Post. Saw something that looked crazy, but it disappeared. Wow. Maybe it's gone. I bookmarked a couple of other things, but New York Post posts loud. Here we go. Mom. 2 trans lovers accused of torturing and killing disabled 7-year-old. Wow. Mamma mia. Let me see. If I can pull it up. No. The trans lovers. All right, let's check this out real quick. First of all, this real quick. Burglary crew caught using sneaky trick to evade cops. A San Francisco burglary crew allegedly tried every trick in the book to evade police, but cops had eyes watching. So they swapped their getaway car's license plate and disguised 2 members as construction workers before breaking into a large home under construction. Wow, okay. Okay. Investigators said the drone recorded the group switching out their cars. What's this? Oh, okay. Police said the vehicle had been used in multiple previous auto and residential burglaries. Okay. Okay, again, some of them are getting, upgrading construction outfits, bringing different outfits to the robberies. I live in a home 1 mile from my husband, and our marriage is better than ever. Living apart. Some people need to live apart. Amazing. It's quiet. It's peaceful now. I don't have to hear nagging. Hill's going viral for posting on X, claiming the unconventional setup has transformed their relationship, sparking commentary from both sides. Okay, all right. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna head out. Head out for now. But I appreciate you guys. I will be around once I'm settled and like organized and everything's taking place. I'm gonna try to be more active. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Peace. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bye. Catch you guys later. Thank you for hanging out. Adios. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, my connection went to hell. Oh, so weird. My connection's been doing really bad lately. That. Ah.